First of all, good morning.
Good morning.
It's always good when we can come into the house of the Lord. There's some that didn't even wake up this morning. They couldn't come to the house of the Lord. As you know, we're in the season that I am up for re-election again. I think that I have represented us well in my last 4 years.
Amen.
All I ask that on November the 7th, that we don't forget to get out and do our part. I can tell you, the others are not going to forget to do their part. Okay? So let's make sure that we don't forget to do our part. Now, there's a lot of people that probably thought that they'll never see someone that looked like me be in that office. But God's plan and our plan is totally different. I often think about when I was in the military, and when I was coming to the end of my enlistment, I wanted to go to the Pentagon. But sometimes things happen that you don't understand. There was a lieutenant that came in. He wanted to micromanage. And, you know, I told my staff sergeant, he says, look, tell the lieutenant to just sit back. Let us make him. We made the captain, and the captain has moved on. We know what we got to do. So just let us do our jobs. But he wanted to micromanage. He wanted to put me back on mess duty again. And I said, I've been on mess duty before. You know, I'm a Marine, 4949 Marine. I'm about to get out of the military. You want to put me back on mess duty? That's not going to work. So I got out. I had turned this job down before. Believe it or not, they came to me and I turned it down. So I'm going to the Pentagon to go to work. But like I say, this happened, so I asked, was this job still available? Sure, come on and fill your application out. I say that to say this. God saw that I could help more people in this line of work than I could help in the military. But not only that, our people here in Southampton County, I feel that I have bent over backwards, helped people. All you had to do was just come to me, and I'm going to help you. And we have a great team down there as well. Even though some see different, they think we don't know what we're doing, but evidently we do. We done gone through 4 years of it. The county is better. People are getting along. What more do you want? What more do you want? But I learned that this thing called the good old boy system, my good friend, David Price, who's gone on. I went to David one time and I said, David, I keep hearing about this good old boy system. Tell me about this good old boy system. David said to me, he says, one thing about David, he always send you to the Bible a lot of times to find your answer. But David said to me, he says, I don't know what they call the good old boy system, but what I call a good old boy system is from our military days of we go, we get us a bottle of wine, and we all drink out of the same bottle of wine, okay? But I learned the good old boy system this year. This is why that I'm being challenged this year, because of the good old boy system. I was challenged to the point where they're gonna come in and tell me, we want you to fire a particular deputy, demanding it. So I said to myself, wait a minute, I think I'm in charge down here, okay? Of course, they come in with all these thick books and everything, and we want you to read this, and we want you to get back to us in a week. Still demanding. I looked at it and I told my major, no, we'll get back to them in 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, they came and sat back down in my office again. When they sat back down, we went through what we needed to go through. And when it was all said and done, I looked at them and I said, listen, I'm not firing that deputy. And they jumped up and they said, we figured you was gonna do that, but we're not gonna stop. So what they did was they went to a senator, they went to a delegate, they even went to the attorney general, trying to get this taken care of. But when they did that, I didn't know they was going after the deputy. I mean, I knew they was going after the deputy, but then also I found out that they were going after me too. Yeah. But what the attorney general told them was, we can't fire that man. The only person can fire me is you.
Preach it.
You put me in office in 2019, and I'm looking forward to you putting me back in office in 2023. Together, we are making a difference. I don't look at no blackness. I don't look like no whiteness. All I see is what needs to be done for the best of our people in general. Yeah. I have gone back with kids because I see that we have to start with our kids. And when we go back with our kids and we catch them down here, we can train them up the way we need to go. We can't wait till they get up here and try to tell them something. I mean, parents come to me and I tell them, I'll talk to them. But a lot of times the kids have already got their minds made up. So now I go back and I get on the floor with them. I get to their level. And now I'm to the point where the kids run to me and I have to make sure that I watch myself because a lot of them run and hit me in the legs, and I try not to keep from falling. But this is what we want, because if we don't, guess what? There's 3 people gonna get them. The drug man, human trafficking, and the gangs. And I refuse to let either one of them have them. So again, November the 7th, mark your calendar. Please get out and exercise that right. There's so many of our forefathers has fought for. And I assure you that I will represent you well, just as I have done the last 4 years.